Hi everyone, welcome back to day 5. If you've been following along, up to this point you've received 4 tips on how to save money on your homeschool curriculum. Today's tip is really important for me. I find that I get into saving money mode and I start picking up all the things that I want or need, but I start picking up cheap items. And by this I mean cheaply made items. So, there are lots of great things that you can use and buy at the dollar store that will work perfectly for your homeschool. However, I have discovered over the years that there are some things that should not be bought at the dollar store, at least for me and my family. One of those things is crayons. We really love Crayola crayons. They work great. The wax is, trying to think of the word, pigmented really well. It colors nicely. It spreads even. It works great. You can sharpen them. You can use them for crafts. They work out wonderfully. We have picked up like the 10-cent no-name brand. They are not great, and so we no longer do that. Another item that I have recently discovered, I heard homeschooling moms talking about these all the time. It's these pencils here. That's probably backwards. And I have no idea how to say this pencil. So I'm not going to. I'm just going to show you. These pencils sharpen great. You can use them over and over again. And we just find, like, you buy those cheaply made, they're colorful, they're pretty, but every time you go to write with them, they break. Like every sentence or two. And it's extremely frustrating not only for the student, but also for you. So buying quality items is super important. It will actually save you money because then you're not going out and buying them to replace the cheap ones and keeping to replace them and on and on and on. So those are a few lessons that I have learned, is that it's really important to buy quality items even if it's on sale. Not to get carried away at the dollar store. So yes, by all means, we still pick up our loose leaf for like 10 cents a piece and our printer paper when it's on sale, but certain items that we have discovered are just best to just go ahead and buy the brand name that you know and you love and you trust and you know it works. Okay, so over the last 5 days, you have discovered 5 tips on how to save money on curriculum. And so I'm going to quickly recapture them. In day 1, we talked about comparing prices and how it's important to wait for sales, to compare prices at different places, and even just waiting for free shipping can save you a lot of money. Number 2, we talked about finding quality free curriculum. So go ahead and hunt around online, but realize that using free things often does cost something, and that's usually time and energy and effort. So there's always something that you do end up having to do. So when you look for quality free programs, you really want to make sure that there's not a lot of supplies needed. Really check and see everything that you need. Tip number 3 was to reuse what you have. So go ahead and check your bookshelves, check your cupboards. Don't be me and find a program that you were going to use that you already had at the end of the school year. On day number 4, we talked about subscription sites as a great way to help you save money as a family. Often subscription sites are a one price, and it doesn't matter how many children you have. Some favorites that we talked about were Schoolhouse Teachers, notebooking pages. Another that I thought about is Time for Learning. People love that program. It didn't really work for me and my family, but I know a lot of families really enjoy it. And lastly today was to buy quality. Sometimes it's worth to spend those extra few dollars to make sure that you're not always replacing them. So I hope you enjoyed this series, and I've really enjoyed talking with you guys each and every day. And if you enjoyed the series, please by all means feel free to share with others. And I'll see you in the next video.